Alrighty, so yeah, we made a new account. Um, if this video ever goes to YouTube, which I think it will at some point, basically I had a one def Ironman that's like really late game. I'm sure I'll upload some videos of that maybe sometime. Basically though, like it's super late game. Really, there's only so much you can do on a one def iron when you get to that point. I mean, of course, there are goals that you can go for still that are like you could do on any other Ironman, like get a twisted bow. The thing is, though, is that obviously, like, those goals are a lot slower on a one def, and even if you like get the item, your uses for it are a lot more limited. I should say, I guess you could say. I don't know. I kind of just lost the like reason to play the account like actively. Like I'm still gonna get on it and do some stuff, but I just kind of realized that like I did exactly what I wanted to do on that account, which was make like a fully maxed pure that is self-sufficient and has everything done that you would ever want, you know? I mean, it has a fury, it has like maxed gear. It even has things that like you wouldn't need for a pure, like a dragon warhammer, you know, like for PVM, things like that. Like it's got all the items you would ever want on a pure, really. Like I don't know what else I could do. So I kind of was just thinking the other day, like, I feel like I should maybe make another account, another Ironman account that's also like an interesting account. You know, mains have never been my thing, even if it comes to an Ironman. Like, I don't really appreciate mains like a lot of people do. You know, everyone's always like, oh, but you lose out on content. Of course you do. But I was actually thinking, you know, one of my favorite builds ever is a Zerker. I've never like had a good one. I think I maybe like in 2008, 2009 I made one. Didn't probably get that far on it back then. Um, and I ended up having a Turmoil Pure back then, which was also one of my favorite builds ever. But anyways, like a 60 attack Zerker, like 92 combat, I think, is just like I've always wanted like one of those builds, and I figured like why not just like, you know, do what I did with the Iron Man Pure and make an Iron Man Zerker. And you know, obviously that's a lot of work because it was a lot of grinding on my other account on the Iron Man Pure. A lot of hours went in. I just had a phase where I grinded a lot. And the thing is I know I can't do that the way I did before. I just don't have the time for it. I just don't have the also the motivation, right? Like I want to make a new account, but I'm not gonna just sit there and bust out 99 like thieving like a lot of people do when they make Ironmans, because I'm just like, it's not a big deal to me if I'm not efficient. Yeah, I have no problem being inefficient. In fact, I probably am much like I have more fun being inefficient. So I decided I'm gonna make this account a Zerker. As you can see, I've done a bit of skills so far. I think this account is about like a week old now. I've just been playing it off and on, and in fact, perfect timing as well because mobile comes out very soon from the date of recording this video, and so that's awesome because I think there will be a lot of good AFK things I can do on this account when I'm just chilling. But yeah, so I've done a lot of quests so far, 83 quest points. You know, funnily enough, I talk about being efficient, and I've actually been following OSRS's maxed Ironman guide, his outdated one. I've been following it like word for word up until like this point, which is where he said to get 99 fishing so you could get 70 agility. And what I'm doing instead is I'm just going to get 60 agility through pyramid, and then maybe 70 like shortly after, but I'm going to just do 60 for now, and then I'm just going to ignore his part about the fishing and all that and like a couple of the things and just continue questing basically all the way until I get to like the quests that are going to require me to do a bit of skilling to get like, you know, the requirements for. Like surprisingly, the routing of his quests are very efficient, so you know, you end up being able to just do like every quest, or not every quest, but a very large majority of quests can be done without having to ever like really train skills for that long of a like period of time. I think the longest thing I had to do was 2900 lately. But yeah, so the goals for the account are really like I don't have any goals. My longest term goal is just do a lot of Slayer and get things like Void, Slayer helmet. Um, yeah, I don't really have anything specific like I did for my Pure. My Pure was very set in stone. I did a lot of things on my Pure that most Ironmen don't do immediately. Like I got 85 crafting very early on in the grind because I just had this goal. I was like, Fury's my best in slot forever, right? Because I can't make Zenites on a Pure. So I was like, why not just do it all in one go? And then that's what I did, and like I did it through charter ships like 2 years ago when it was terrible, and I only had the Khazard charter ship. And, it was a terrible experience. So I'm not gonna like do things like that on this account. Like I'm not gonna set those goals. The goal would be, of course, to get like eventually craft Zenites. That's what's gonna happen. But I'm not gonna rush those things because one, Zenite is so far away, and two, that's just not fun. I'd rather maybe just do it a little more passively. In fact, I'm gonna look into doing giant seaweed because apparently that's another crafting method that's out where you can just like slowly bank crafting experience over time. So that sounds pretty cool. Maybe I'll just do that after I get to like 46 or 42 or whatever it is you need for like some of the like earlier quests. But yeah, I guess really the only goal right now is Barrow's gloves. That's it. Maybe like 200 quest points, I guess, to like I think you need that for Dragon Slayer too, or some quest requires 200 quest points. So, yeah, 200 quest points will be my goal. Like, and then probably won't do any questing after that. I don't really, like I said, I don't really care if there's a couple things I'm missing. Maybe I'll do them, but I think 200 quest points should pretty much have this account set in terms of quests, and then just focus on skilling, Slayer, all that stuff. I want to get Void early. I think a lot of people don't get Void early on because they think it's a waste if you don't do the 100 combat boat. But like I said, I really don't have any problems being like inefficient. So I'm gonna do the novice. I'll do the novice boat, or even this, like 70. If I can't even do the 70 combat one, I'll do the 40 combat one, assuming there's people that play it. If there's no one that plays it, then yeah, I'm not gonna waste my time. But yeah, that's basically this account. Nothing like too out of the ordinary. I just figured I'd make a video because like I want to document a little bit more about like the process of this account, because on my one def iron I did not do that at all. I took pictures, like screenshots, but that's not really the same as recording it. And like I don't need to be talking over it like I am right now. I just meant recording the footage just to like kind of have it to like look back and see what I was doing and this and that. But yeah, right now, just getting 60 agility, and then I'm going to go back to grinding out a lot of quests, which, yeah, I think I'm going to actually do some defense quests, because it's kind of annoying me that my defense is so low. So I'm going to, like, skip around and I think do Dragon Slayer and, like, Fairy Tail Part 1 or whatever. And, yeah, I'll try and get some defense experience, some of the defense quests out of the way early so that I can just have my defense level up so I don't just get destroyed, like, all the time. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. If this makes it to YouTube, like I said, I don't know if it will, but if it does, thanks for watching, and I'm sure I'll be recording some videos about this account in the future.